What an incredible job Gary O'Neill was doing. How have Bournemouth got to this position in the league, Dave?
Do you know what I mean? We all doubted it, really, didn't we? We've said it for the
Absolutely.
season. They were one of the favourites to go down, and
Yeah.
I had them in one of my sort of predictions as well of teams go down. And I just think it's almost bordering miraculous what they've done actually, particularly over the last sort of month and a half. Some of the results that they've picked up and the performances they've put in. I just didn't see it coming because
No.
I just didn't think they had enough in terms of personnel. I think obviously what you mentioned there about Scott Parker saying about them, which in a way it might have even galvanised them. Him saying, these players aren't good enough basically for this team to stay up. It's probably what they needed in a way,
Yeah.
in that we need to prove him wrong. And
Yeah.
Gary O'Neill, since he's come in, it's just done an absolutely unbelievable job. And do you know what, the club has been really smart in how they've kept him in that position, but
Yeah. Absolutely.
almost kind of not committing to it too long term. I think
The reward, isn't it?
they've done the right thing in
Yeah.
obviously seeing how the season unfolds, and they've got better and better as the season's gone on. And
Would you trust him for next year as well?
I don't see how you can't.
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree.
I don't.
And
Do
there's
you know
some
what I mean? It's another. Oh, it's obviously the other end of the table, but a lot of fans, for instance, Newcastle fans, are saying if you had the opportunity to get, I don't know, obviously an elite level manager over Eddie Howe. After all Eddie Howe's done this season, there's no way you can get rid of Eddie Howe of how well he's done as well. It's a similar sort of situation in
Mm.
that almost if both managers have a bad season next year, they're victim of their own success because
Absolutely.
of how well they've done this season, and nobody expected it. That the
Yeah.
expectation next year is to go one better, or do as well as they have done this season. So
Mm.
I don't see how they can get rid of him. They need to keep him.
And there's some players worthy of some immense credit at Bournemouth actually as well, and some of them are really familiar faces. Jefferson Lerma scored twice in this game, both fantastically taken goals. A player that we remember from his last spell in the Premier League, obviously. The same with Philip Billing, who I think we've praised on the podcast before. Just looks like an elite Premier League player. He looks like he could go definitely a move above Bournemouth after the season that he's had. And Dominic Solanke, I thought was really good in this game as well. Took his goal well. He links the play very well, but Gary O'Neill has improved the players that are in this squad immensely, hasn't he? And something Parker probably missed the opportunity to do, right?
And I think you mentioned there as well, Don Solanke. I think he's one who I personally had doubts over whether
Agreed.
he could score enough goals in this league.
Yeah,
He definitely started the season slowly. I feel,
yeah,
but he's definitely kicked on in the last couple of months as well. Where he's been scoring goals, and that's what Bournemouth have really needed, somebody just to stand up and sort of be a talisman for them, and he's
yeah,
definitely done that. But I think in his finishing, he's actually quite underrated. I think his finishing is actually quite good in moments, and we saw it with his goal this year. The technique for that finish was brilliant,
mm,
um, and I'm quite happy for him actually because he was always a massive talent coming
yeah,
through at Chelsea. He was earmarked as being one of the big talents to really kind of come through, and a lot of people kind of touted him to be playing for England, and
we got a big move, didn't he, from Chelsea as well? It
yeah,
wasn't like he fell straight down the table. Liverpool took a gamble on him as well, but it's nice to see that working out for him. The relegation picture is definitely looking interesting now. We'll mention briefly Crystal Palace beat West Ham 4-3. Wolves lost 6-0 to Brighton. But it looks like Bournemouth, West Ham, Palace, and Wolves as well all look quite safe now, and the gap is starting to open up.